Good evening, guys. Welcome. It's like news round, isn't it? With Heather Fisher. I am your daily Monday to Friday storyteller. So tonight we are looking at the Didi Sport alphabet. This is what we're doing. This is what we're going to do tonight, and we're going to do it together. My aim, Heather Fisher, is to stay on track, and your aim is to stay in the game, little people. Okay, so here it goes. And I'm going to do animation. So this is at its best. Right. So for those who don't know me, my name is Heather Fisher, England rugby player. I'm a full-time athlete myself, but obviously in isolation, so here to entertain you little people and here to give your mums and dads and carers a little break. So here goes. I'm completely out my comfort zone here, guys, but I'm just going to be a big kid myself. Right, you ready? Actually, first of all, I'm going to give you guys a challenge, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to write down these. I'm going to read them to you, but this is what I want you to stay on track with throughout the whole alphabet. Okay, so I'm going to read it to you slowly. So, throughout the quiz, your challenge is, how many of the balls are used above the head? Okay, so how many of the balls are used above the head, up here? How many of the balls are used around? Is that right? How many of the sports are about throwing a ball? So out of the alphabet, when I explain the alphabet, how many of the sports that I talk about are about throwing a ball? And then how many are about hitting the ball, okay, but not with your hand, all right? So it's hitting with a racket, or I'm giving too much away. How many of the sports above all could you do on your own? And how many of the sports require a team? Okay? Two more. Can you think of any of the sports that fit into the alphabet other than the ones Miss Fisher herself has selected? And I will be reminded at the end about these questions, okay? So we'll go through them as we go along. And the last one is, can you draw Didi stars playing one of those sports? So within all these sports that I'm going to talk about tonight and animate, you're going to love it. Could you draw one of those sports? Okay, right. Have I got a shout out? I got a maca in my ear. Hey everyone at Sutton Coldfield, hope you're listening and I hope you enjoyed the story time. It's really important that while we're still in isolation, we're still learning and we're still trying to keep everyone active. So this is my chance to be able to keep you guys active and learning, and for me just to act like a big kid. So massive shout out to everyone at Sutton Coldfield. Okay, I'm going to start. Here goes. Ava and Josh were feeling bored. What can we do? They wondered. Dougie and Daisy grasped in surprise. Only boring people are bored. There are so many Didi sports that you can do. Ava and Josh said, well, tell us a few. Well, A is for archery with with an arrow and a bow. Straight down there. B is for basketball, a very high throw. In basketball, straight up, just in one. C is for cricket with a ball and a bat. And D is for dodgeball. Wow! We all love that. E is for every sport that you can name. And F is for football. That beautiful game. Era and a goal! Love that, don't you? G is for golf. Hitting balls in the air. You ready? Nice big swing, fish. That style is immense. H is for hockey. A hard ball, beware. What do you do with a hockey stick, guys? Something like that. A bit like golf, but a bit different. I is for ice games with skills and with skates. And we've all seen skates, haven't we? We're skating along. J is for judo, for throwing your mates. Boom! Throw your mates down. K is for karate. You chop with your hand. Bam! M is for a marathon that Fisher does not like to run. N is for netball. That's lots of fun. That's where you have to reach out 1 metre away. Rubbish at that as well. O for the Olympics, and that's where all the best go. P is for ping pong. It's fast, not slow. Q is for Quidditch. I think it's Quidditch. Harry Potter, be quick, chasing the snitch on your flying broomstick. I wish I had a flying broomstick. R is for Rugby, the best game of all. Running and catching and kicking the ball. S is for Swimming, or the butterfly. S is for Swimming, be safe and be fit. T is for Tennis, and you smash it. U is for no sport at all, but everyone is for you. V is for Volleyball, for Josh and for you. W is for windsurfing, out on the sea, steady up now. And excellent, X is for excellent sports, for Dougie and me. Y is for yoga, you stretch and you stand. And Z is for Zumba, where you dance with a band. Right, so at the start of this, I gave you all a task with, I think, 7 questions. I think it was 7. So let's look at, was I right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you've got 8 questions. How are we so far? Did you enjoy it? I hope so. You got to keep smiling, all right? We've got to keep smiling for these isolation periods while we're being safe at home. Okay, so your questions were, and you can send them our way. Send them through the Facebook page, send them through YouTube, send them through my Instagram, hfish79. It's actually not, is it, Vicar? I think it's, do you know, can you believe I don't even know my own Insta account? I can, because I'm a typical rugby player. So I'll make sure I put it on Facebook, but make sure you send the questions our way and the answers. Okay, so how many sports above all were used above the head? Are all the balls round? Some yes, some no. Were they different shapes? Were they different sizes? Because every sport requires different balls. How many of the sports were about throwing a ball? Okay, and how many of the sports were about hitting a ball? There's quite a few. How many of the sports can you play on your own? So on your own is literally an individual sport, and anything that requires a team is always plus someone else. So always having a team around you versus an individual, okay? And then can you think of any of the sports that fit into the alphabet? I challenge you that I bet you can. So, if you can think of any of the sports that you think can fit into the alphabet, stick them in the comments box below on the Facebook, okay? Give it a like, tell me what you liked. If you've got any book requests, make sure you send them our way. And I'll happily read them. And there's one more question, okay? Did you draw, or can you draw, before I see you tomorrow night, can you draw your Didi stars playing one of those sports? And can you place it on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, anywhere? Make sure you tag myself into it. Vicky will put the details on the Facebook. Make sure you tag us all in it so we can all see what you're drawing and what you're coming up with around the world. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's Didi's quiz. The little Didi people who are into Didi Rugby. Okay, so I'm going to give you 10 seconds just to wrap those answers up, okay? 10 seconds, have a look. Take a picture of it if you need. If you want to post this onto the live feed, feel free. Make sure you tag yourselves in it, tag us onto it. Tag Didi Sport. Tag me if you want. Okay, right. Before we go, right? So the RFU have 5 values, okay? Can you tell me what they are? Can you name them? If you name them, I'll send you a signed book, okay? I'll send it out to you this week. So I'm going to tell you one of them, and one of them is teamwork. So what we speak about tonight in the individual sports is some sports are for individuals and some are for team, okay? And the difference between working on your own versus working as a team with people around you who can help do your job, because you all have a job within that team. So my job might be just to catch a ball and pass it, where someone else's job might be more defensively, making a big tackle. And you're working together as a team, okay? So tonight, I just want to talk about one of those values, which is teamwork. And whilst we're in isolation, can you still work as a team? Yeah, of course we can, okay? So working with your family, helping them around the house, helping them cook, helping them clean, tidy up after yourself. We talk about England Rugby, you know, you leave something as you found it. So I don't do that at home. Yeah, I do. Okay. So making sure that if you've used something or you've left the changing rooms and you've got mud in the changing rooms, you clear that mud before you leave. Okay. That's no different to being at home. You make sure you clean up your bedroom. You make sure you make your bed when you get up, because that is your part of your teamwork amongst the bigger team in your house. Okay. At the moment, your team is everybody in your household. All right. And also, okay, you've got a bigger team. And the bigger team is the whole world at the moment working together globally to make sure we fight this pandemic, okay, of corona, as you know, as you're probably aware of. So we're making sure that we do our bit amongst this bigger globe of the health of the world. Anyway, that is story time with the fish. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. I hope this reaches out to thousands of little kids. Bring your sisters next time, bring your brothers, invite anyone you want to along. Subscribe to my channel, Heather Fisher, okay, on YouTube. If you can subscribe it, then basically I'll be able to go live off my YouTube phone, which would be really, really handy. So give it a subscribe, give it a like, and I will see you tomorrow night. I'm not sure what the book is just yet. Maka, any ideas what the book is? Okay, tomorrow's book is Veronica and the Magic Spell Book. Is that by Claire Balding? It's not? Which one is it? Claire? Okay, so by Claire Park. Okay, so tomorrow, that is our book for tomorrow. I'll be here 6 o'clock on the dot again. Make sure you tune in, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Be good.